studio. I'm Ingela Johansson. Today I wanted to tell you that if you're looking for this fast video where I in 10 points tell you how to become an artist or how to be successful, this is not the video. If you, on the other hand, are curious about how it really is to be an artist, or can be to be an artist, stick around, then I hope that this art vlog is for you. Well, I'm a contemporary artist and I live in Sweden, and this, what you see, is part of my studio space that I always wish would be bigger, but I suppose that's what we all wish. And a couple of weeks ago I came back from Lisbon, where I had this wonderful opportunity to present 7 original paintings that were inspired by the emotional thresholds in a book that is written by a collector and friend of mine. The book is titled The Red Silk Dress, and the author is Natalie Turner. And it's quite, how shall I put it? No, it's emotional to see the works in beautiful spaces, all done, sitting on their easels, and to be discussing them with a big crowd, and to stand there and have an art talk. And it's an amazing experience. And then again, when you come back to your own studio space, first you often feel really inspired by the trip, and you want to bring that back, and when you want to start playing with it, and when you do, quite often you notice that you are no longer in the space you were before you left. This collection is done and there is something new waiting for you. And you have to push yourself not to try to get straight back in, but instead to pause and allow yourself to start experimenting and play. And you have these stacks of half-done paintings or paintings that are going nowhere. And of the half-done and paintings that you know are going nowhere, it's the, complete mistake paintings, so to speak, that are interesting. Because in those paintings you can start to push yourself to places that you haven't been. You can dare to try things because you're no longer afraid of messing things up. And that is actually what I will be. So none of these things that I'm showing you are ready yet. These are the things that I want to explore. But I have one that I actually love. And she's sitting here on the wall. Let me show you. Have to take her down. Wait for it. Whoop. And there she is. And I love her because she feels raw, unapologetic. I love the differences in the textures. And these last parts I did, I think just yesterday, and I did them with a palette knife, and I really loved how that came out. So she's been painted in, I think, 4 to 5 different sessions, and she has so many different looks to her. But I want, her face to remain raw and, so to speak, half finished or unpolished, because I think this is the place that I like to explore right now. It's where my creativity wants me to go on an adventure. Louisefletcher. And if there's one thing about art that I would like to really give you as an advice, if it feels like you, and if it feels like the you where you are right now, listen. And try to put aside so many other things that you can, so that you can really be in that process, in that moment. Because if there's another sure thing that I learned is that how you feel, the energy you are in that, so that one moment, it really does shine through in your art. There's nothing about fake it till you make it when it comes to making art. I think it's much more about allowing yourself to create also on the bad days, allowing yourself to create bad art so that you can dare to experiment and move to somewhere that you had no idea that you were even going to, that you could aspire to. And if you want one good tip from me on an art vlog to watch that feels super authentic, that is Louisefletcher's videos. I love watching those because they remind me of doing just this. Being an artist, it's definitely not an easy choice of life, and it's constant change, and it's also constantly diving deeper, diving for inspiration, and making a lot of mistakes. But it's also those, unforgettable moments during exhibitions when a person, I'm going to show you, when a person falls in love with a painting. That happened to me in Lisbon with this piece called Ask Me Anyway. I had a woman coming up to me with tears in her eyes talking about this painting. An hour later, her husband was talking to me about the same painting. And they did not know that both of them had been, really emotionally touched by this painting. So that is one of the wonderful memories that I will bring with me from my trip to Lisbon. And if you have questions around this topic, questions you really would like to know from another artist that is working on creating art, doing exhibitions, thinking about branding, selling, all of these things in real life, let me know. I would love to have you on this channel. And I'm going to leave you with this. No matter if I have made something good in the studio or something really bad, each time I've been in the studio, I feel better. I do believe that art can teach us so much in the process. So it's definitely not only about the end result. Thank you for being here. It means a lot. And